All right, everyone. It is Wiz. Yeah. Been a while since I've done an AI battle. That's right. And as you can tell by the title and by looking at the description, this is from the Onion Knight edition that I've been working on. I made a AI battles variant of it. Because of the fact that this isn't particularly balanced for AI battles, it's innately going to be inferior than the AI battles edition that I've been working on, or I was working on previous years. I do think it's going to be more balanced than the original game. And besides, I thought I'd just show off a couple of things. Yeah, so there's a lot to go over, like patch notes and all that stuff. I'll be putting a lot of stuff in the description. I did update my Twitch page with like the rules, and I even put like in an updated item list because pretty much all the items are the same but different stats. So yeah, go check out the Twitch page. And then I'll also have a download link for this mod as well as the Onion Knight edition. But yeah, we'll get right to it. And I'll just mention one thing right off the bat, probably one of the most prominent things with Onion Knights. These are basically super generics. And because they're so goddamn strong, I'm only allowing one Onion Knight per team because, again, they're just giant stat sticks. But you can have abilities and whatnot. You can equip anything, and you can have an RSM combo. You did not have access to this in the original game, but let's get right to it then. So on top we have a test team of mine called CasualLounge. And then on bottom we have just another generic team with some monsters. So we'll introduce my units. CasualLounge, we got Lemonade the Onion Knight, Saintly the Summoner, Amraphen the Archer, and me, who is Daddy the Knight. That's right. Um, and now for this other generic team, I think I call them Monsters Galore. We have Chubby the Onion Knight, Bacon the Wild Bow, Blackfeather Zero the Wizard, and Buck the Dark Knight. That's right. So yeah, I mean, we're obviously having Dark Knights in the patch. I'll just look at it very quickly. I basically got rid of calculators, and if you look at all the descriptions, I'll just go one by one. I can equip anything. Best growths of all jobs. Innate item boost. If you're wondering what that is, I just renamed throw item. Not only does it allow you to throw from 4 panels away, but if you have item boost, you get a 50% HP and MP heal. So there's that. Knights have defense up and innate maintenance, or innate defense up and maintenance. Innate attack up and the charge skill set much faster. Monks are able to equip shields now. Priests have innate magic defend up, can now equip flails. You got this, absorbs all elements except holy, halves holy. Initial haste, immune to slow and stopper time mages. Innate half of MP, can now equip books. Innate concentrate for thieves, can now equip crossbows. Meteors just have innate monster talk, nothing really changed with them. Initial faith, innate move on lava. Innate ignore height. The jump formula is now 21 divided by jump, so the higher your jump stat, the faster it'll be. Samurai is the big one. Innate two hands, but the skill set no longer requires katanas in the inventory. Katana is required to use much like sword skills. The damage is MA times the constant. Now, in the AI Battles edition, like the single player version, weapon power is actually a factor in, but for whatever reason, the custom formula I used in the single player mode was not working. So what I did to offset it is that I just made the constants for the abilities. So you can see MA times 13, MA times 14, MA times 12 for healing, MA times 15. Because this is basically what you would get if you had a 12 weapon powered weapon, which is like what the cap is for draw. But yeah. Ninjas need 2 swords, innate maintenance, half dark, initial re-raise, and equipped knives, has MP switch, whereas females have move MP up. Mimes, innate damage split, move HP up, martial arts, concentrate, initial re-raise, regen. Yeah, bigger stat boosts, characters are faster overall. I know that's a giant plethora of information, but not much to say. What I will mention is that I did update monsters. Just like it in AI Battles Edition, there were some I didn't focus on, but they're a lot better now. Squeal, it's a custom ability for all the pigs. gives out 15 Brave. This is basically instant M barrier. At least for the wild bow. If you had the Porky, it would be, I think it's the one that gives out Charm. And then if you have the Uribo, the tier 1, it's like a 3 range revive that has a 100% chance of reviving someone. We're just going to get straight into the action just to kind of show you guys like what to expect. And how do I say it? The balance, like I said, with this kind of being based off of my single player mod, by definition, it's not going to be balanced around AI battles, but I do think it'll be more of an interesting thing playing the single player. Or I think it'll be more interesting than vanilla, the base game. And again, with Onion Knights being such giant stat boosts, I'm only allowing one high HP, high MP, high of everything. That right there is going to be a wall from the wizard right there. And, ooh, interesting. I wonder why they would cast it on her, just to lower her thing. I was going to say for this Onion Knight with martial arts, the black male Onion Knight right there, I forgot to give him 50 Brave for Hamedo, because I put a cap on it. But unfortunately, that didn't come into fruition. So, sword skills. And the Dark Knights do have all their sword skills from the original game, by the way. Keep that in mind. Let's see, praise. That's not really going to matter all that much. He's going to die right here. 20 PA. Yeah, 20 PA martial arts. Yeah, like I said, he's still got almost 450 HP despite having all PA boosting gear. Actually, I can't remember if I removed Twist Headband, because I actually banned it because I didn't want to have too much stacking. Okay, I got headgear. Slightly weaker than that, but still. Yeah, 20 PA with martial arts is no joke, but I'm also a tank with this character. Oh, that's another thing with Death Sentence, too. Death Sentence only has a countdown timer of 2. In other words, you only get 1 turn before you die, not 2 turns. Auto Potion. Alright, defense up pretty good. Bahamut, uh-oh. Some big damage. Big numbers. Alright, well, the only problem is, once she goes down, I'll have no more revival, so 20 Brave. Alright, awesome. Less of a chance. Oh, that Onion Knight still can't do anything. Unfortunate. Cyclops should take the pig out. Oh no, he's in critical. Wow, I thought he would die there. Wave Fist? Monster damage, goddamn. Now, the only thing I can do is cross my fingers that I'm able to auto-potion my way to victory, but I feel like the Onion Knight is just going to burst right through all that damage and just kill him off. If you have item boost with that 50% multiplier, you would have, how do I say it? If you had item boost, that'd be a 225 HP heal. But he does not. He only has attack up, but yeah. With 20 PA, that's a ridiculous heal. Oh, man. This is why, and then, you know, the females would be kind of the opposite, where they're just stacking MA gear. So, I get to take those two out, but that wizard is probably going to... Oh, she's going for a wall. All right. That's the thing about wall in this mod, is that it targets all allies everywhere on the map. It doesn't matter where you're attacking from. Alright, speed save, yeah, and now... Oh, shit, confusion, yeah. Keep in mind, because of that, the 15 Brave boost, it increases the chances of getting CT safe off. Nice Asuna, but this is probably over now. Any Stop Rocks? No. I have an 80% chance of Auto Potion, but I'm not going to be able to survive the burst. That's the one thing. And dang, 64% are missing, that's unfortunate. And, ooh, a Shield Break, not bad, but... A 330 damage punch, yeah. The Onion Knight and the Dark Knight just simply do too much damage. Oof. Bit of a disaster right there, so. Alright, what else are we gonna go to? Let's go to our small map. Let's go to broken down wooden building. Wait, did I pick wood or stone? I'll find out in just a moment. Alright, the wooden building for this rodeo. Okay. Oh, I should have showed it off. I'll showcase it in just a sec. But there are some quality of life hacks I put in. So like when the screen, you know, fades in. Oh my god, that's Abyssal Blade, by the way. That's a cone AoE functionality from War of the Lions that I was able to implement. Oh wait, the pig died, but oh, let's see what happens here. He does get revived. Archer does have an A attack up. I'm guessing that charge might go up before the spell. It's hard to say. And ooh, a double sleep, and now we're gonna see some big damage. Oh my god, 500. With the crit. Oh, that was some monster damage. Oh yeah, that is sexy right there. Oh my god. Oh, we are sexy bitches. Oh my god. That was some monster damage. Okay. Are we gonna see those revives? Oh that yeah. All the status is just massive right now. Now the re-raise, they're gonna come back and looks like heal. I'm guessing that's just a standard cure spell. Yep. It's effectively cure too. Let's see. Mega Potion? I thought he would go for like a Dark Knight shot, but he did not. Surprised the pig's not going for an attack, but you can see the power of M Barrier, basically, just being able to get everything. Neither of them are dead. The Onion Knight will be going down in just a bit. Nice little chakra heal. Get some passive residuals. Let's see. That sentence, she does have re-raise, though. So even though she's going to get one turn, she's just going to pop right back up. She's probably going to get some mega damage off here. Yep, Auto Potion, not bad. Reviving the pig. Onion Knight should be going down, though, just a bit. Yep. And now it's the Onion Knight. It's the Dark Knight versus the regular Knight. Oh, wow. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. That's right. She could go for Revival here. Let's see. It is still 2v3, but do remember with Magic Defend up and Defense up on this Knight and 80%, yeah, it's going to be really hard. But there is Raise 2s. Are we going to see any Mimic Darabon to shut her down? Yes! Wow! I think he's going to kill her off right here. Let's see if I'm right with the 50% damage boost. Yeah? Wow, so that was a bit of a tiebreaker. Wow, we're going to a tiebreaker. That Knight. Yeah. He's doing his job, though. And again, I just want to point out one thing with the stat discrepancies. So the Onion Knight has low HP gear, 32 and 30, 62 HP, whereas the Knight has 90 and 170. So, I mean, the Onion Knight has almost just as much health as the Knight, even though the Knight has heavy gear, and the Onion Knight doesn't. It's just nuts. But no, like I said, the whole premise really was just trying to envision being able to use Onion Knights. Because the concept is cool. You know, having a class that can equip anything, but not being able to have RSM combinations is kind of really what killed in War of the Lions. Oh, and here, I'm just pressing start. It just kind of goes straight to the, it goes straight to the battle. Which I think is a nice little quality of life thing. It's a really cool hack from Glane. You can use it to like skip cutscenes, even things like that. Like I just kind of fast forwarded the cutscene. It does it with like every instance, and it's really nice. Because I hate having to like hold down a button or having to mash buttons go through the screen. I'm guessing she's gonna go for a raise 2 right here. No, summon. Okay. I wonder if she's gonna go for it. Death sentence. I missed this time. A little too bad. Oh, it's a monster damage. I don't know if I got this one. Abyssal Blade, yep. Now, because I couldn't follow the exact damage formula with the Dark Knight, what I did is I just gave him a giant MP cost of 50. So, or 40 MP. And then the last one, Unholy Sacrifice, is 50 MP. So, yeah, I just did that as a means of compensation, but I don't think, even though I'm a muscle hunk with defense up and magic defend up, I still just get absolutely pummeled. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, having those M barriers, I mean, you saw how long it delayed the wooden building, you know, the small map that we were on. But I'd also show off one more quality of life thing too, which is really nice, I think. So when you're looking at this formation screen, there's a number of hacks, but one of the ones that is kind of really useful for memory card saving. So if I press L1 and R1, I can rotate the numbers. So if you look at where it says number 9 for lemoning, right? If I press R1, I can reorder the units any way I want. So for example, if I want to have my top team right here, player 1, I can basically swap them out in this menu. So if I press R1 4 times, and I do the same thing, I now basically swap the players. So now the team with the wild bows on top, and then my team casual team is player 2. It's a nice little quality of life thing because now look, just to give you kind of a little confirmation. So there they are, player 1 and then player 2. So this is just useful because then I don't have to the memory cards that I concoct, I don't have to consume twice as many slots just to swap them. It's a nice thing. There's a lot of stuff going on, but like I said, I think you guys will like this. Yeah, when you see this video, I should have the patch up and ready to go for downloads, for a download. Now, keep in mind the single player version of this. Like, I have all the items and stats and everything completed, but like the main thing I need to focus on is I have to focus on um, dealing with like all the story battles, the side story battles, the deep dungeon, that kind of shit. And that's, going to be a multi-month long process in addition to like job hunting and all that stuff. But yeah, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this little showcase of I'm going to call FFTOKP, FFT Onion Knight Plus, because that's basically what it is. It's not just Onion Knights, but a lot of other quality of life changes, especially with monsters. So, all right, I will see you for the next video tomorrow then, July 2nd. Yep, have a good one.